Are you planning to move to Australia in 2025? Before you pack your bags or submit your visa application, you need to hear this. Australia's immigration system has just gone through one of the biggest shakeups in years. New rules, higher income thresholds, tougher student visa conditions, and a brand new skilled visa are changing the game completely. If you don't know what's changed, your visa could be delayed or even rejected. Stay with me because this could make or break your move to Australia. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below to let me know where you're watching from. Today, we're talking about the biggest changes to Australia's immigration system in years. Whether you're applying for a student visa, a skilled visa, or planning to bring your family, these updates could affect your chances in a big way. So make sure you watch till the end, because missing even one of these changes could cost you your visa. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to cover one of the most important updates in Australian immigration policy in recent years. If you are thinking about moving to Australia, whether for work, study, family, or permanent residence, you need to watch this video from start to finish. The Australian government has announced a number of major changes to its immigration and visa programs starting in 2025, and these changes will have a significant impact on thousands of applicants from all over the world. The first and probably most talked about change is the decision to keep the permanent migration intake capped at 185,000 places for the year 2025 to 2026. This means the Australian government is not increasing the number of migrants it will accept, even though demand continues to rise. This cap includes all streams, such as skilled migration, family migration, and special eligibility categories. While the number stays the same as the previous year, what's more important is how those places are being distributed. There has been a clear shift in focus from family and humanitarian visas towards skilled migration. More than 70% of the total permanent migration intake is now allocated to skilled migrants. This includes employer-sponsored workers, skilled independent migrants, and those nominated by Australian states and territories. What this means is that the Australian government is putting more emphasis on attracting talent that can immediately fill skill shortages and contribute to the economy. Another major change that's come into effect is the increase in income thresholds for skilled workers. If you are applying for a skilled visa in 2025, your sponsoring employer must now offer you a salary that meets the new Temporary Skilled Migration Income Threshold, or TSMIT. This threshold has increased from around 73,150 Australian dollars to over 76,500 Australian dollars. This change is meant to ensure that skilled workers are paid fairly and are not being undercut or exploited. For those applying under the specialist skills stream, the income threshold is even higher. The new benchmark is now over 141,200 Australian dollars per year. This is part of a broader strategy to ensure that only genuinely skilled professionals are coming into the country, particularly in high-demand sectors such as healthcare, engineering, information technology, and construction. Visa application fees have also gone up. Starting in July 2025, almost all visa subclasses have seen increases in charges. For example, student visa application fees have increased by up to 25%, and other popular visas such as partner visas and employer-sponsored visas have also seen higher fees. These increases are partly due to inflation and partly due to the government's efforts to fund improvements in processing and system integrity. Perhaps the most significant structural change is the replacement of the temporary skill shortage visa subclass 4A2 with a brand new visa category called the Skills in Demand visa. This visa introduces multiple streams depending on the occupation and salary level. The core skills stream is designed for applicants whose jobs are on a new skills shortage list and who meet the required income threshold. The specialist stream is for those earning high salaries in specialized fields, and a third stream is expected to be introduced for more targeted roles. The idea behind this new visa structure is to better match visa approvals with actual labor market needs. Instead of using outdated occupation lists, the government is working towards a dynamic and responsive system that regularly updates based on real-time shortages across different sectors and regions. International students are also facing new rules in 2025. If you are planning to study in Australia, you can no longer rely on just a letter of offer to apply for your student visa. You must now have a confirmation of enrollment, also known as a COE, from your educational institution before you submit your visa application. This is a move to reduce the number of non-genuine student applications and to ensure that only those who are seriously committed to studying in Australia are granted visas. The English language requirements have also become stricter for many student and graduate visas. You now need to meet higher minimum test scores in approved English exams, and in some cases, the results must be no more than 12 months old at the time of application. Financial requirements have been strengthened as well. You must provide more detailed and updated evidence that you can support yourself during your studies, including tuition, accommodation, and living costs. Another big update is around the issue of visa switching, which is when applicants enter Australia on one visa type and later apply for a different visa. This has been common among visitors and students who later try to switch to work or partner visas while already in the country. Starting in mid-2025, the government has introduced new restrictions to limit this kind of practice. Some visa types will no longer be eligible for onshore switching, and applicants will have to leave the country and apply from overseas. Regional migration is another area where the Australian government is placing renewed focus. While major cities like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane continue to attract the bulk of migrants, the government is actively encouraging skilled migrants to consider living and working in regional areas. Regional visas are being prioritized in the processing queue, and applicants who choose these pathways may have access to additional points, faster approvals, and eventually easier transitions to permanent residency. This shift is aimed at addressing the uneven distribution of population and development across the country. Many regional areas are experiencing critical shortages in fields like healthcare, education, and agriculture. By sending more skilled workers to these locations, the government hopes to support local economies and ease pressure on urban infrastructure. Partner visas and family visas have also seen some adjustments. While processing times for partner visas have improved slightly in 2025, the overall demand remains high. Financial sponsorship requirements have become stricter, and the burden of proof for genuine relationships has increased. If you are sponsoring a partner or spouse, you need to be prepared with extensive documentation, including joint bank accounts, shared bills, photos, and communication records. For parent visas, the situation is more difficult. The number of places available remains very limited, and the waiting times for some categories still stretch into many years. Contributory parent visas, which require a higher financial contribution, are being processed faster, but the cost is significant. The government has shown no sign of increasing the quota for parent visas in the immediate future. There has also been a clear focus on system integrity and compliance. The government is introducing stronger checks and balances across the visa system. This includes improved background verification, tighter document checks, and more rigorous enforcement of visa conditions. Applicants who provide false or misleading information face serious consequences, including visa cancellation, bans, and even legal action. One of the goals behind these reforms is to restore public confidence in the immigration system. There has been growing concern in recent years about visa misuse, especially in the student and temporary worker streams. By tightening the rules and increasing transparency, the government aims to create a more fair and efficient system for genuine applicants. Refugee and humanitarian programs remain part of Australia's overall migration strategy, but they are not being expanded in 2025. The government continues to process applications from those in need of protection, but the focus remains on skilled migration as the primary driver of economic growth and national interest. So what does all this mean for you as a prospective migrant or visa applicant? First, if you are planning to apply for any Australian visa, make sure you understand the new rules and how they apply to your specific situation. The changes that came into effect from July 2025 are not minor adjustments. They affect income thresholds, eligibility requirements, processing times, and even the types of visas available. Second, be proactive in gathering your documentation. Whether it's proof of employment, financial stability, English language results, or relationship evidence, having everything ready in advance will give you a better chance of success and help avoid unnecessary delays. Third, consider seeking advice from a registered migration agent or immigration lawyer. While not everyone needs professional help, it can be extremely valuable if your case is complex, if you've had a previous visa refusal, or if you're unsure about your eligibility under the new system. Fourth, stay informed. The Australian immigration system continues to evolve, and more updates are likely in the coming months and years. Follow official sources, such as the Australian Department of Home Affairs, and subscribe to trusted immigration news channels to stay ahead of the changes. Finally, be patient and realistic. Immigration is not a fast or easy process, especially in the current climate. But with the right information, preparation, and attitude, it is still possible to achieve your goal of living, working, or studying in Australia. That's all for today's update on Australia's immigration changes in 2025. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like to support the channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment below if you have any questions or want to share your visa journey. I read and reply to as many as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Good luck with your move to Australia.